Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ryan with Skyline Acres, and today is a Tuesday after work, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me because today we are going to be fertilizing our hay field and our pasture. And I might do it a little bit differently than a lot of you guys, so I wanted to show y'all my system. I realize there's a lot of ways to do it. You can rent buggies, you can have somebody come and do it for you. You can do whatever. Keep in mind, a lot of you guys are going to wonder why we even fertilize in the first place. Well, the reason is because we sell hay. So that's one of our income producing opportunities, just like selling eggs or anything else. You know, in order to sell hay, you've got to put some inputs on it. So I'm going to leave it at that, but let me show you guys my setup. Alright guys, so here is my setup for spreading fertilizer. It's just my Kubota tractor. I've got a Land Pride broadcast spreader, and I buy my fertilizer in bulk from the co-op. You can get it in totes, you know, different things. I don't know, I just find this to be the easiest and cheapest. But I actually have two different products on here. Up here, and by the way, this is all based off of those soil samples that we took back in January. So this, so this is custom blended. So this is a 60-40-95. This is from my hay field, and this is I forgot what it was. It's like a 50-0-60 maybe, something like that. But anyways, that's for my pasture. I could be wrong on that. I'll correct it if I am. But anyways, so what I do is I basically just, you go there and you tell them what you want and how many acres you have, and they mix it up, drop it on your trailer. And then what I do is I take a scoop and I scoop it right into the broadcast spreader. And I tell you guys, I know there's a lot of ways to do this, but I can tell you this is very easy. Scooping it is very easy. I mean, by the time you get on the trailer, you scoop, you're basically at the height of the thing here. I can lower it on the 3-point hitch if I wanted to. But it's very easy. It doesn't take much time. I don't have to worry about returning anything or anything like that. So, but I do, when I'm done, I wash the truck, the trailer, the tractor, the spreader extremely well, and I oil it extremely well. Speaking of that, let me show you my spreader. This spreader, a lot of people think of these spreaders as disposable, okay? This spreader is several years old. I mean, probably 3-4 years old. And a lot of people, even by then, they're rusted out. So all of your frame here, all of this gets rusted out. The trick is, I mean, look at that. 4 years old and you can barely tell anything there. What I do is not only is the trick washing it out, but I oil it. And I actually take a oiler and I dribble some oil on here, and I take a paper towel and just wipe it off real quick. Just kind of wipe it in. And I mean, it looks like new. And that's been sitting in my barn for a year. This particular one, this is a Land Pride. I tell you, if you're looking for one, this guy's a stainless steel plate here. The fins are stainless steel. The mechanism over here, I can't get a picture of it now, but all of that mechanism in there is stainless steel. This has been a good spreader. I'm gonna get going because I'm kind of in a hurry, but I did want to show y'all my process. And Any of you guys on small acres, this is a great way to do it. I mean, you're not paying anybody to come do it. You're not overpaying by buying it in bags. Plus, you're getting it custom blended to what the soil sample says to get. So, I don't know. This has just been a great way for us to do it here on our homestead. One other thing I wanted to mention. I'm going to try something this time. I'm going to try mixing a little bit of seed in with my fertilizer. So we overseed here as a separate project, and we fertilize as a separate project. So this really isn't meant to be, if it works, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's kind of that thing. We have a whole process when we overseed. We chain drag it first and this different stuff, and then we have a cultipacker when we're done, and we pack it in and stuff. This isn't going to be that. This is just going to be, we're running over the field anyways, let's throw some seed on. But what I'm using, this is what I typically use. This is a non-fescue pasture mix. So you've got a lot of orchard grass, ryegrass, timothy, and some bluegrass in there, a little bit of clover. But anyways, the other thing is, I've been doing this for many years, and I know how many pounds the spreader holds. It holds 516 pounds of fertilizer. And I know how many pounds an acre I'm putting on and all this different stuff. And I know that I've got 50 pounds of seed. So I basically just did the math. All right, guys, so here we are. Got it loaded up. Like I say, it only takes about 5 minutes to load it with a scoop. And, you can cover quite a few acres with this setup. I mean, you can cover quite a few acres. So I got the grass seed all mixed in. You can't even see it, but that added, I don't know, well, just a few seconds each, every now, put some fertilizer in, put some grass seed in, mix it up, put a little bit more fertilizer in, and just repeat the process. But I don't know, 5 minutes and you're done. Now I'm gonna go spread. Hey guys, so I wanted to talk briefly about the Farmers Field Navigator app that I use. I don't want to go into too much detail. I've recorded this little piece 2 or 3 times, and it's too long every time. So this is not going to be a full-blown tutorial on this app. I will say I believe it's Android only. That's unfortunate. I would try to find something on the Apple Store and see if, there's got to be something. All this uses GPS. So anyways, by the way, this app has been a lifesaver. I've been using it 3, 4, 5 years. I spray with it, I fertilize with it, I broadcast seed with it, all of that. Guys, this is very similar to what, real farmers use. Obviously, it's a free app, so it's not going to get you a 1/2-inch accuracy like they have, okay? But it'll get you there. For a hobby level, it will get you to where you need to be. So anyways, this is your main screen. And what you're going to do is, when you first start out, this is what confuses people. They want to start, but they don't know how to start. Bottom right-hand corner is the measure button. You're going to measure your field, okay? You're going to walk it. You're going to drive it. Whatever you need to do, you're going to measure. You're going to walk the perimeter. It's just the perimeter. You're going to walk the perimeter of your field. And then you only have to do that once, the first time. And then it saves it. And you can have 50 fields on here, whatever. So if I go into my fields, I'm going to go into saved fields, hay field. Right here's my hay field, okay? What you would do is you would drive, I always start in this corner, okay? So you drive to this corner. You would hit, well, let me tell you first. You'd also hit implement width. You would change your implement width. I know what my broadcast spreader spreads at a given RPM and so forth. I don't run it wide open, so it's 26 feet. Could be a lot more. But you would change it there. If you were spraying, you would change it to whatever your spraying width was. There's also some stuff you can do in settings here. The distance between GPS antenna and implement, that would be like, if it's a 10-foot difference between your phone and the implement, you can put that offset in there. But anyways, let me go back out. You would go to this corner here. All right. And you would hit start. And then you would drive to this corner down here. And you would hit another button. And then what it would do is it would put lines all over your field, okay? That's the lines that you're going to stay on. That's the lines that you're going to drive on. And it's, like I say, that's about all it is to it. If I go into saved tracks, this is my tracks, okay? This is everything I've done. If I go to, I think this one's the other night. All right, this was the video that I'm making now. This was my tracks, basically, from when I sprayed for this video. So right here was the gate that I was going in and out of. And right here is my tracks, okay? These little loops, that's where I ran out of fertilizer. So you can see I ran out, I come to the gate, refilled, and went back out. The cool thing is, if I run out in the middle of the field right here, let's just say I ran out right there. You know, I can hit pause while I'm recording all this, or while I'm using the app, and I can come over here, I can refill, and I can find my way right to that exact spot. Okay? So guys, this isn't, you know, it's not rocket science to figure out. It's also, this is a very helpful tool. That's what it is, a helpful tool. It's stepped my game up a lot for spraying. Spraying, you can't really tell where you've been. I've tried dyes, I've tried different things. But it has really helped my game, stepped it up. I just have a little mount that I mount on the little hood dash piece on my tractor, and I keep my phone there, and that's what I use. So I just want to show you guys this. This was, a lot of you guys had questions on it. Again, I've been using it for a long time, and it works basically flawlessly. I mean, for a free app, you're not going to get any better. So anyways, guys, there you have it. There's the app. It's called the Farmers Field Navigator app. If you download it, let me know how you like it. Okay, guys, so it's now a couple days later. I've just, the last time you saw me, I was in the middle of fertilizing the hay field, which I ended up getting done that evening, and it actually turned dark on me. I had a couple interruptions and different things, and it turned dark on me, and I still had about a half hour to go. Well, the cool thing is, the app that I use, it doesn't matter if it's dark. You know, even, you know, traditionally when you're broadcast spreading, you're looking at tire tracks, you're looking at a fence post in the distance, you know, some kind of reference point. Well, with the app, it doesn't matter. I just kept going, you know. It'd be hard to do the other, you know, looking at a tire track or something at night. So that's the cool thing about the app. The other thing is, it ended up raining 1/4 inch of rain right after I got done fertilizing. So, I mean, it was within 30 minutes of being done, it started raining. So I usually never get it timed that well, but it did work out good this time. The other thing is, because that, you know, I had some interruptions and that took, you know, until dark, I didn't get the pasture fertilized that evening. So the next evening after work, I fertilized the pasture. That went without a hitch. Nothing much to really say there. And I did want to say, let me flip the camera around here real quick. So I spend a lot of time too washing my equipment when I'm done fertilizing. And I think I had mentioned in the beginning, but a lot of people think of these spreaders as disposable. They don't last. You know, a lot of people only get a couple years out of them. Well, this thing is, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years old, and it's used fairly heavy. But what I do, I think the key to it is I wash it with the pressure washer every single time I use it right away. And then you can see it looks so shiny is because once it dries off, I oil it. And I literally take you know, the little oilers where you push down and it's got the flexible shaft. I literally take one of those and just dab oil on it and work it in with the paper towel. And it doesn't take but, you know, a few minutes to do it. And as you can tell, this thing's been used fairly heavy with fertilizer and it looks brand new. So anyways, guys, that's it for the fertilizing. If you guys like this kind of content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. And we will see you next time on the Skyline Acres channel.